What happens when this world evolving philosopher makes friends with a financier? Arlan, we tweeted last night. I was honored to start streaming Journey. I love how you put the R up in caps. You might see me do that a little bit myself in my comments. Emphasize certain words, certain parts of words, double entendre things. Watching Journey meant a lot to me. Both in the standard thank you, congratulations way, and in the, oh, I want to be the catalyst to evolutionize angel investing the way you completely changed the VC game. And what's happened in 2020? Precedent left Earth during March. We simply have to invent new ways for human civilization to function. We cannot leave that only to the people who know how to play the game of capitalism well. We've got to figure out how to fund people like me who have seen beyond the failing paradigm of capitalism. I can respect what you're doing and say the chaos of our world is because we've let successful capitalists fund everything. I have a deep understanding of how racism and capitalism are intertwined, and that we must actually pivot forward, invent new ways, collaborative capitalism. We have to be an anti-capitalist. We do need to be an anti-racist. We need to invent a new word. What's beyond anti-racism is racial harmony. And that's one of the things that I'm asking you to help invest in me. I'm asking you to patron my podcast. Backstage Ventures bring me to a stage, a web series stage, so that I can start sharing skills of life-centric thinking. Now, first off, I am a philosopher, degree philosopher, and this is all about the fact that we let old white men monopolize philosophy, and philosophy is really useful. As a wise feminine, she Socrates, I'm here to tell you, we can demolish racism this decade. Now I need a financier, I need some money, stat, but we can do it. We can make the world safe for every human so that there is no prejudicial, judgmental bias having most people live lives of desperation, financially, and as far as creatively. What I saw in your documentary is people who could be in their integrity, create what they wanted in the world, and have a livable wage. When we set up that framework for everyone, the world starts to become nirvana. It really does. When every human, all 7.8 billion across the globe, my way of anti-racism is to intersect anti-racism with human health and to do so in a globally focused way. I need a sponsor for that podcast. And in doing so, what I believe is the union, the intersection of our worlds is that we need to figure out how to intersect money with great ideas. People like me who really are all about the love, although I'm very logical, don't want to play by the inhumane rules of capitalism as they stand right now. What happens? We create an angel incubator and bring a number of ideas together. Let the idea people get a full salary, and then also have the business people, the marketers and the business development and the finance people all together in a sort of angel incubator. I think it's a great idea. I think that what we want to do, and I've heard this many times, that VCs say they fund founders. They find founders to fund. Boy, good thing I'm practicing on doing my enunciation for being a podcaster, right? But we need hearts, caring minds about changing the parts of our civilization that have led to this chaos. Now, I was a software consultant for 2 decades, and I did payroll implementation consultant. Guess what? I'm smarter than math. The reason I struggle to make the numbers add up is because I've evolved past just using the math of stuff, the math of counting. It all still makes sense and everything is the way it is. But there's also a math of life. 1 + 1 = 3. This is a broad and deep thinking concept that I can convince so far 100% of people, mostly men. 1 + 1 = 3 is the math of life, and it goes like this: 9 words. You know it has to be true if it only takes 9 words to explain. 1 woman + 1 man = a third baby. The math of life, reproduction. And what do we consult as the intelligence of reproduction? It's evolution, evolutionary logic. Evolution is far more powerful than capitalism. That's what I'm asking you to invest in. My skill in these stories. The rambling way like a stand-up comedian. I do a bit and a bit and a bit, and then boom, profundity. All right. This is me just improving how to honor the attention you gave me, meet my own needs by getting myself a sponsor for my podcast, and to start doing #redheaded She-Hulk. Racism makes me angry, stand up. While I network and meet the people who can help me fund, as I found, the Wellbeing Philosophy Institute to make clear, anti-racist, life-centric thinking a necessary global public good. I want to impact billions of people. The money will come. You can tell. Honored that you made that documentary. Honored that I bumped into it. Honored that I got to chat with you and your wife on Twitter. Class acts, ladies. Let's class up this whole planet, eh?